Hi guys, and welcome back to episode 12 of our Let's Play of Star Traders Frontiers. We find ourselves in Dragon Rim currently, looking to complete Zet's storyline for the Faens, pulling the thread. So we weren't doing too well when we left off, so let's see if we do any better now. Right, so back to the mission. None of these really look too terrible. Crew danger is obviously concerning, that's a lot of damage. But I'd rather save the card just in case we don't complete it and we get something worse next round. Yeah, merchant ship is absolutely fine. I guess we'll just retreat. We didn't even lose any reputation for that, so that's good. I think I'd like to get rid of the pirate ship. Intel is fine. We should look to sell that quite soon so that it doesn't become obsolete. Now, this looks pretty terrible. But I think I'm going to go for it anyway. I think it's a terrible idea, but as long as we don't get Bounty Hunter, we can afford to heal up or fix up our ship. So let's just hope we don't get Bounty Hunter. Thank gosh, mission success. Our friend requires a lot of patience, Captain. I thought we were onto something with the Elder Vines, but he refused to bite beyond the initial exchange. You'd think Elder didn't know we were in a rush. Maybe he knows Bastille isn't going anywhere. He's just being extremely cautious. It took some time, but we got there. Elder kept repeating a study published by an academy doctor who studied the travel of spice spores on spaceships. Interesting topic? It is, actually. Spice spores get into a ship's air supply and stay dormant until they're released into the right conditions on another world. And so spice spreads. But what about Elder? Right, my apologies. Maybe I read that doctor's report too many times. The key was the world used in the study. One indie holding kept coming up over and over again in the chunks of the report that Elder was sending. I sent out a scientific-looking request asking if any academies had verified the study. Elder responded that the study was going to be repeated on a specific date, starting on that indie system. Then we have a date and a time for an in-person meeting. The Spice Hall on an indie world is the perfect place to have a quiet chat. This has been more complicated than expected. Elder is an odd one, but we now have a place and time to meet with him. Right, amazing stuff. We've been paid 31.6k. And I guess we know where we're off to now. We're looking fine for fuel. Let's just set a waypoint. And off we pop. Javat has defeated Steel Sunk. Interesting. Right, I think before we go to the world, let's quickly visit Kadar Prime. Let's refuel. Let's get our crew nice and happy. Pay their wages. And let's have a look at what else we can get. I'm going to go for a Pistolier. And the reason that I would like a Pistolier is I would like someone who... Oh, that's a bit unfortunate. Quickness is nice, Fortitude is nice. The Wisdom is quite low, and 30 Charisma really doesn't help. It would be nice if those points were distributed across The other stats. Right, the reason I wanted a pistolier is because I would like something that removes all buffs. I didn't realise that this was rank 8. Alright, I guess we'll start with pinning shot as we always do. I'm very worried about the upcoming fight, but I guess let's see what happens. Right, let's make our way onto the world. Kesk Prima. Let's see what we can recruit here. Yeah, not much. Captain, do you see him? You can't be serious. There's no doubt that is Elder. See the data scroll he is carrying? It has an Academy seal on it. It's the Spice Report, I'm sure. He is a Gestalt technologist. There is no question. Only their order bears those distinct facial tattoos. They were a mask of pride during the Guild War, a challenge for the Guild assassins who hunted their order relentlessly. Well, he's here. Now we have to figure out why he's rattling out Char and the Gestalt to Zet. Let's go to a private room. Many welcomes, Star Trader. It is good to finally meet you, Elder. You're the one behind the comm device? That's right. You gave me some headache with all your riddles. Drove me to some spice beer, honestly. Now that we're sitting across from each other, this should be much easier. Unfortunately not. What? You just love riddles? No. We've taken a lot of risk to sit here and discuss Aldo Bastiel, Gestalt. Care to explain why you're being opaque as Urasite? Some things I cannot explain. The Gestalt are very secretive, we understand that, but you called us here for a reason. My friend, perhaps you will hear me. This is not a matter of headaches and spice beer. Some things I truly cannot explain. I think I know what he's getting at, Captain. There are secrets and subjects he is not going to be able to discuss. He has some conditioning. He can't break it. Right. Why did you contact Faen? I can tell you some things. My name is Yain Dulcimer, and I am one of 2 Gestalt who oversee the Uldrave Enclave. The other Gestalt resident there is Jasmink Droef. A long time ago I sponsored her to join our order. The Faen are the sworn enemy of the Char, and Zet has long been snooping around the Highwind. Since you're here now, can we assume that you didn't have a hand in making Aldo Bastiel disappear? Aldo Bastiel should have died on the Highwind orbital. I don't know who bombed the station or why, but it was his time to die. Do you understand? His fate was to die on that station with his research. I think so. Clearly you were not the one who saved his life. Then it was Jasmink? Bastiel should have died in that explosion and taken his research with him. Captain, I think Yain has called us here because he wants us to find and kill Aldo Bastiel. Well, that seems rather obvious. He can't say it, but clearly the Gestalt Jasmink is the one who saved Aldo's life. Right, well, what's he researching? I think that's the best we're going to get from him. Okay, so he's not going to tell us. Yeah, why is the other Gestalt helping Aldo? And is Aiden Char involved? Aiden Char has an irid-plated tongue. She could talk her mother into selling her twins. And Aldo has a dangerous mind. He's fascinated by all the wrong things. Together they're a terrible pair. Did you know that the gravitation pull of a black hole drags even light itself into its embrace? Then the 2 of them got to Jasmink. Aldo's research and Aiden's whispered promises. They managed to convert a Gestalt. Somehow they got around her conditioning. Jasmink has been like a daughter to me. I discovered her, brought her into the Order. That was decades ago. As a Gestalt technology, she is my equal. And yet, you're trying to protect her from this terrible mistake. If the rest of the Gestalt discover what she's doing, she would face the ultimate punishment, wouldn't she? She is like a daughter to me. Very dear. I think she would. You need us to remove Aldo to help Jasmine come round to her senses. Tell us where Aldo is hidden, and we will make sure no one hears from him again. All humans die eventually. Aldo will die eventually. He wants Aldo dead, not captured. Zet may not agree. Tell us where Aldo is hidden, and we will take care of it. I know that some princes and princesses lie, but I have heard that Faen would keep her word if she gave it. Does he know anything about Zet? Do you know the Spadius fly? If one finds the fruit orchard, it will tell the others where it is before feasting. You're not going to make this easy, are you? Return to orbit over the Aldrove. We can exchange scientific reports. You won't read the reports unless you bring... I won't read the reports unless you bring them. Pardon. This is insane. He's insane. Are all just all like this? But together we've pieced it together. Aiden and Aldo have their hooks in Jasmine because Aldo's research is so fascinating. Yane wants a promise we will kill Aldo before he'll give up his location. Yane believes Zet will be willing to make and keep her promise. If we return with word of her agreement, he will tell us where the scientist is hiding. We need to meet with Zet and tell her everything we've learnt. Right, so far so good. A little bit of extra money and off we trot. Right, yeah, this talent has reduced the fuel cost by 12. This is absolutely amazing. It essentially cost half. Right, so a duel of assassins has begun between Muklumno and Ryshark. And here we are. We finally made it back to our home sector. One crew member has very low morale, so... Right, we've come into contact with a smuggler. Let's just retreat. Right, here we are. We can refuel. Well, some people must have been on very low morale. Right, we can pay everyone. Right, let's make our way. We have come into contact with a zealot. We'll just retreat. They're an indie party. Right, we've made it back. Let's have a chat with Zet. Quiet meeting, for sure. As I promised, it was quite the story. You do see that Yane has also broken his conditioning somehow, or found clever ways around it. Let's not split hairs. The whole point of the conditioning is so that you can't get round it. What do you think of his offer? It's clear he'll only deal with you, Captain. You'll have to be the one to return and spy over the Aldrove, both of you. And you would have us hunt down and kill Aldo Bastille? Absolutely not. This entire affair has made one thing clear. Bastille is even more valuable than Aidan let on. Right, I I feel like even though she's more aware than the other Faen children, her efforts are equally misguided. I think, yeah, Aldo is too dangerous to be left alive. That would be a huge mistake, Captain. The Faen need to know what he was researching. Aiton's holding all the cards. She has the advantage. It will go badly for us if we don't shift the balance. If we give our word to the Gestalt, we don't plan to break it. Could an extra 100,000 credits change your mind? Please, Captain. Elder has made it very clear that you are our only hope. No, I don't think I'm going to lie to a Gestalt. Bastille dies. You're leaving me with no other choice, Captain. That is only marginally better than leaving him alive. Is it really? Have it your way, Captain. Kill the brilliant scientist. What future discoveries will go with him to his grave? All the bad kinds, from what Dolsmere said. Setbane has added an offer for a story mission to the mission list here at the court. We can accept it if we're willing to hunt down Aldo Bastille. Yeah, I think we are happy to, well, attempt to hunt him down. Yeah, it's for so much money. Alright, let's accept the quest. We also get an extra 20%, which is brilliant. And let's have a look at what ships we can get. So, this looks okay. I know that the Vindex is quite good, so I'm just comparing them. Yeah, it's okay. The maximum crew of 18 is quite concerning. I mean, we wouldn't be able to use it anyway. It's too small for what we want. Right, so I suppose this is what we have at the moment. Interesting. Let's actually see what our current ship is like. So we've got Shield 7, Armor 8, Hull of 1500. Right, so here the fuel is 45, but 85 after everything. Yeah, you know what? Let's upgrade and let's grab a Vengeance class. Let's launch the ship. Let's dock and then let's sell our Paladin cruiser for 228,000. Okay, brilliant. So we have 400k to play with. Let's upgrade the ship. Right. Currently we have the Captain's Bridge. We could get... So when I look here, the only thing we really need to upgrade at the moment is gunnery. And even then we are exactly 200%, so we could theoretically leave that. Let's begin. I swear there used to be more. Just in case it is the planet, let's make our way to Right Sharp Prime and see if we can get more upgrades there. I'm not sure if it was changed in a recent patch, or maybe we will just find them on the prime planet, so to speak. No, once again we only have A2, I guess we'll go for this. Right, I would eventually like to change the Void engine. It would be nice to get either a chaser, maybe a long haul, depending on what we really want to focus on. I think that's for another time. All I really wanted to do was upgrade the weapons locker. Right, so, that's something we should do. We should definitely upgrade the fuel capacity. Right, so let's have a look. Hull plating. So the cargo currently adds 40 fuel capacity. How much could we add? 130? But we need to have a cargo hold. Okay, so -2 jump cost isn't something I really care about. So if we go for some cargo here, something like this, then theoretically we could swap this to a large fuel tank. And suddenly we have quite a lot of fuel. The range is still quite poor, but hopefully it will work just fine. Right, I suppose let's make our way on and hopefully complete undisclosed location. We will certainly just retreat here. Yep, didn't even lose any reputation, which is always nice. As you can see, our mileage is pretty poor in this ship, but hopefully that will be fine. Right, let's refuel. Let's have a look at what recruits they have on offer. Let's grab another swordsman. Have a backup. Good strength, decent fortitude, decent wisdom. 15 quickness is unfortunate, but could be okay. We'll go for another balanced blade. And I think this is actually where I'm going to leave it off for today. So thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.